The pathless path requires us to explore our physical experiences with honesty and depth. We must become aware of physical sensations in our body and observe them without judging them as good or bad. This requires non-attachment and a willingness to remain present even when the sensations are uncomfortable. If you choose this path, always stand relentlessly at the gate. The pathless path is winding, but it is well worth the jewels found upon this path. Many of us believe that happiness and fulfillment come from external sources, such as material possessions or achievements. However, true freedom and liberation come from within. By observing our physical field directly, we can develop a more intimate relationship with our physical bodies and cultivate greater presence. This can help us to understand emotions, thoughts, and beliefs, and break free from the limitations of our conditioned minds. Ultimately, the path to freedom involves letting go of our attachments to material things and recognizing that true fulfillment and happiness come from within. By letting go of our attachment to our experiences, we can shift our focus from external sources of happiness to the richness and depth of our internal world. The world we live in today is facing multiple challenges across various systems: political, social, economic, and religious. Many people have lost faith in these systems as they are plagued with issues such as corruption, inequality, and injustice. The systems are often driven by the agendas of individuals with egocentric tendencies, and the resulting disillusionment is understandable. However, the dismantling of these old patterns of the ego is not a straightforward process. Those who are still clinging onto these outdated systems and ideologies see this shift as a threat and a crisis. It can be difficult to let go of the known and embrace the unknown. Fear, resistance, and a lack of trust can make it challenging to embrace change, and can make the transition to a new way of thinking and living seem impossible. But the dismantling of old patterns is necessary for the growth and evolution of society. It is an opportunity to challenge our beliefs, open up to new possibilities, and explore alternative paths. The human journey is one of evolution and growth, from the pre-egoic state to the development of a sense of self. But the journey doesn't stop here. The next step in our evolution is to transcend the limitations of the physical self and connect with deeper levels of self. This can be a challenging process, but one that is necessary for our spiritual and emotional growth. As individuals, we can work towards dismantling our old egotistical patterns by stepping back and viewing our own beliefs and bias as we let go and allow for the different perspectives of others around us. One tool that can aid us in this journey is faith. Faith surrenders to the evolutionary impulse, trusting life's process as we move toward the source. It helps us to let go of ego limitations and connects us with a more expansive sense of self. Faith doesn't blindly accept dogma or doctrine, but rather trusts in the beauty and mystery of life. If we've never investigated this deeply, how are we to find out the truth unless we actually try? To see the truth, we must acknowledge uncertainty and explore ourselves. This journey requires vulnerability, courage, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. To connect with our true selves and develop faith, we must let go of our attachment to the ego through the everyday practice of awareness, as well as letting go and taking guidance from mentors. These practices open us up to growth, evolution, and a deep sense of purpose and meaning. The space between represents the sacred union of the physical and true self within, blending with the divine and experiencing the fullness of our being. Embracing the space between thoughts is required to realize the balance between all things, taking action when necessary, while being open to inner guidance as we let go and allow things to unfold naturally. Surrender and faith are necessary to let go of attachment to the material world, as we trust in the evolutionary impulse guiding us towards the source. The path to the space between is a pathless path that requires us to embody the active and passive aspects of our nature, working with the current of manifestation and liberation simultaneously. It's called a pathless path because we have always resided within. It may look and feel like a journey or a path, but in actual fact, all we need to do is awaken from the dream and lift the veil of illusion created by the mind. I wish you a smooth journey along the pathless path, as awareness guides you to the sweet perfume of the mystical union within. If you find my content valuable, please consider supporting my work on Patreon. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I always love hearing from you.